So I did a lot of research to try and understand what I had and what the future now looked like. So I felt good knowing that I had a condition, I had a diagnosis, but I still wasn't clear as to, well, what does this mean for starting a family? Can I have children?
During that first appointment, he told us that we may never be able to have children. With acromegaly, there's potential for fertility issues as the pituitary gland controls all of that, or your menstruation. Whilst he told us to go and try, there was no guarantees. So we had a 6-month window of go and try and have a baby, and if nothing happens, you'll go for surgery.
When I was finally diagnosed and I'd driven to that Laureate Library and read the words, grossly disfiguring disease, extremely rare, I was initially completely shocked and quite overcome. I went home and told Mum. Mum was sort of in a bit of disbelief, and so was Dad.
6 weeks later, I was 4 weeks pregnant. I count myself extremely lucky that we fell pregnant so quickly, especially after being told that we may never have kids.
I guess it was such a roller coaster because in days I was going in to visit the endocrinologist and they were talking about brain surgery.
Pretty scary because of course they're going to operate on your brain with a transphenoidal, whatever it is, through the nose, one on each nostril.
The way he described it, I remember, was that I've lost 1 in 200 of people in this operation. So don't tell me you want the operation today. Go away and think about it and then ring me up tomorrow and say yes or no.
My mother said, how are you feeling? And I said, look, Mum, if anything happens to me, I want them to take the baby and give him a chance at life. And Mum looked at me and she went quite white and she said, no, you're my baby. I can't let you go.
The night before the operation, I think, was probably one of the darkest and I still remember the deepest nights of my life. And I made this vow that I would get through it.
To me, I kept trying to tell myself it's no big deal, it's just surgery. It is a major surgery, major brain surgery is what they kept telling me. I tried not to play it like that in my head because I would have stressed a lot about it, and I think I subconsciously did. I was quite anxious leading up to it, all the risks that they run you through, and I think I quietly in myself kept all of that worry and concern in.
I went in to the surgery. I was not going to let myself think that anything bad was going to happen.
I never really spoke to anyone. I didn't want to worry my husband and tell him that I was worried, and I've realised now that I haven't spoken to my family much about it, so I wish I'd done that. But you also don't want to worry people, you want to try and make them think that everything's okay.
My parents and brothers and sisters have been very accepting of what has happened. My wife's been incredibly supportive of what I've gone through, and my 2 stepchildren, of course, have been very, very helpful as well.
Acromegaly is often quite a lifelong disease, so I feel really lucky to have a wonderful neurosurgeon, an amazing endocrinologist, people that I know what I want in life and have my interests at heart.
My advice to anyone who gets acromegaly now, join a support group. It's those little tidbits of advice that help you. I find mixing with people like Kevin and Olwen and the other people that come along inspiring, because you do have your down days and you do have your days when you think, woe is me and this isn't fair, and then you meet others who are battling even more crippling issues with their joints and pains and you think, oh, I'm not so badly off, and it helps you to keep going.
One of my sayings is that everyone's got a disease. The lucky ones are the ones that you know about it.